Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is Sun and Snow, Barbecue and Brotherhood, Highlights from the 2024 Scottish Rite Leadership Conferences by Brother Billy Sloan, 33rd degree, SGIG in Mississippi, and comes from the July-August 2024 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. From the snowy peaks of Salt Lake City, Utah, to the delicious barbecue of Kansas City, and then to the sunny beaches of Jacksonville, Florida, the 2024 Right Way Leadership Conferences offered an exceptional blend of leadership, learning, and fraternal networking. These two-day events, under the theme Framing the Future, were designed with aspiring Scottish Rite leaders in mind. It was our sincere hope that newer Scottish Rite Masons would attend so they could learn how to assume their place in Scottish Rite leadership. We were not disappointed, as nearly half of our attendees were first-time Scottish Rite Conference participants, and more than one-third were 32nd degree Black Hat Masons. Our keynote speaker, Right Eminent Deputy Grand Master of the Grand Encampment of Knights Templar, illustrious Jeff Bolstad, 33rd degree, kicked off the weekend with a thought-provoking discussion on the concept of servant leadership. He explored the idea that there is more to Masonic leadership than just a fancy title and shining regalia. Illustrious Bolstad also shared some very practical advice on how to present our fraternity to prospective members, take them to lunch, and have a man-to-man talk about Freemasonry. I personally teamed up with illustrious Bob Weatherford, 33rd degree, from our Membership Services Department to lead an important talk on membership reinstatement and restoration. Participants shared ideas on how to keep men from drifting away from the fraternity in the first place. The Orient of North Carolina contributed in many ways at these conferences. Illustrious A. Gene Cobb Jr., 33rd degree, SGIG in North Carolina, brought two of his personal representatives, past Grand Master Sean Bradshaw, 33rd degree of Greensboro, and Gilbert Bailey, 33rd degree of Charlotte. They discussed various specifics of practical leadership and explained their method of 3-deep leadership, where every valley has a continuum of leaders working together to ensure long-time success. Illustrious Cobb also brought his Orient of North Carolina Public Relations Chairperson, Rita Daniels. Rita is a web development specialist who explained the important points valleys need to consider when creating and maintaining their websites and social media pages. Not to be outdone, the Orient of Alabama also brought much talent to the conferences. Illustrious Daniel Robinson, 33rd degree, personal representative in the Valley of Montgomery, presented in depth the Master Craftsman Online College and explained why Masonic education is such a critical component of the Scottish Rite. Illustrious Terry W. Wester, 33rd degree, deputy in Alabama, talked about the Scottish Rite ambassador programs and shared important resources for organizing and developing an effective ambassador program. Too often, our Valley and Lodge communications lack creativity, and we miss an opportunity to engage our brothers effectively. YouTube and Tyler's Place podcast host Maynard Edwards, 33rd degree, another of our membership services team, led the attendees on fun-filled exercises in creative Masonic communications. No Scottish Rite conference would be complete without a discussion of Masonic ritual and history. Grand Archivist and Grand Historian Arturo de Hoyos, 33rd degree, Grand Cross, and Valley of Washington, D.C. historian B. Chris Ruley, 32nd degree, KCCH, took questions from the brothers on a variety of Masonic topics, including the origin of Scottish Rite ritual from France to the U.S., influential Grand Commanders and their impact on the Scottish Rite, and upcoming book projects from the Scottish Rite Research Society. Brother Chris even hosted a trivia contest during the Kansas City session, in which the whole crowd participated. Without question, the highlight of the weekend was the town hall discussion with Grand Commander James D. Cole, 33rd degree. Illustrious Cole answered questions ranging from his thoughts on the future of Masonry to his personal goals for 2024 to his pick on the NCAA championship. No questions were off limits, and for nearly 2 hours, the brethren present were treated to a face-to-face discussion with Illustrious Cole. The Supreme Council Membership Services Committee already has started laying the groundwork for the 2026 Right Way conferences. We have identified Las Vegas, Dallas, and Charlotte as the 3 likely host cities. All 3 destinations are transportation hubs with many choices for conference centers, so we can ensure ease of travel and the best prices. Mark your calendars and prepare to join us in framing the future of Freemasonry. Together, we can ensure the continued growth and success of the Scottish Rite. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 33rd Degree, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.